Miss Kristi here, and I am so excited to be together again cooking in the kitchen. Today we are learning how to make an air fryer burrito. A burrito is a great small meal to learn to make because you can put so many different things inside. This burrito has 6 ingredients and only cooks in the air fryer for 10 minutes. We're gonna have fun making this together today, and I'm so glad you're here.
Always calm and always bright tonight.
Now, the first step to cooking and working in the kitchen is to wash our hands. While I wash my hands with soap and warm water for at least 20 seconds, let's go over the ingredients and supplies that you'll need to gather to cook along today. The ingredients you'll need are 1 large burrito-sized tortilla, half a cup of cooked or microwave-ready rice, half a cup of canned black beans, 1 tablespoon of salsa, 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese, and 1 teaspoon of taco seasoning. The supplies you'll need are a mixing bowl, half a cup dry measuring cup, 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, a fork, a sheet of tinfoil, and oven mitts for safety. Okay, great. Your hands are clean and my hands are clean. We've gathered our ingredients and supplies, so let's get started making this air fryer burrito. I'm really excited about this because it's just such a great small meal, and as you learn to make it and you make it again and again, you can change the ingredients and find things that you like to put inside. But today, again, this one's gonna have 6 ingredients and it's just a basic, like meat-free burrito. So let's get started. First thing is grab your small mixing bowl and put it right in front of you because this is where all of the ingredients will get mixed before we put it onto our tortilla shell. So first thing is you're going to need, or the next thing is you're gonna need your rice and your half a cup dry measuring cup. So I'm gonna grab my half cup dry measuring cup. It's the one that says 1/2, and then your cooked rice or your microwave ready rice. I wanted to show you like the bag of microwave ready rice only because maybe it's not something you use a lot, but there is like a pouch like this that you can buy at the store that it's pre-cooked, and then we'll just put it right in the bowl. So we don't want to use uncooked rice for this. It does need to be cooked, so whether you use microwave ready rice or you have rice that you've cooked on the stovetop, and then you're gonna put that in here. But it just does need to be cooked because the air fryer isn't gonna cook the rice like it would if it was dry rice or uncooked. So all I'm gonna do for this microwave ready rice is just take the top off here of the package. And this is what makes it super fast. It's already ready to go. And I'm just going to pour in half a cup of our microwave ready rice, or half a cup of our cooked rice. Half a cup right into our bowl. Keep this next to you because we're gonna use that, but you can put your rice to the side. If you have any extra, we're done with that. And now grab your canned black beans and your fork. Okay, so I've just got a fork and I have my canned black beans, and then we're gonna use our half a cup dry measuring cup one more time for the black beans. I'm just gonna move this a little bit. The reason I'm using a fork is because I want a little bit of that liquid to drain out of our can or whatever container you're taking them out of. So these haven't been like cooked, they're just straight out of the can. And I'm just going to scoop in half a cup into my dry measuring cup. And again, like I said, I'm using a fork because I want a little bit of that liquid to stay back. I don't want all of it. And a fork just helps some of it stay in your can or your bowl. But I want to measure out a half a cup of canned black beans. And if you try this again and you don't like black beans, you could always use like a refried bean. There's so many options with this, but this is just a basic recipe that we're gonna try. All right, keep your fork to the side because we are gonna use that to mix everything, but we are done with our beans. So you can put your beans to the side. And I'm just gonna dump this in the bowl right on top of my rice. And then you can set your dry measuring cup, the half one, aside. We are done with that. All right, next thing we need is our salsa. So we are using 1 tablespoon of salsa, your favorite salsa. I'm gonna grab my salsa and my 1 tablespoon. So this is the bigger one of the smaller ones, and it's 1 Tbsp, so 1 tablespoon of salsa. So I'm just gonna scoop it right out of here, or if you have your jar, scoop it right out of the jar, pour it right on top. Keep your tablespoon close to you. We're gonna use that for the cheese, but you can put your salsas to the side. And now we're gonna do our taco seasoning. Grab my taco seasoning and my 1 teaspoon. So this is gonna say 1 Tsp, and we are just going to scoop out, whether you have a taco seasoning packet, so you're just ripping off the top and you're gonna scoop out a teaspoon, and sprinkle it right on top. Now, if you did open a taco seasoning packet for this and you only used a teaspoon, which is what the recipe calls for, you can definitely save the rest of that taco seasoning for another day. So just maybe close at the top, put a piece of tape on it, put it in a little baggie, something that'll seal it, but definitely don't throw it away. You don't wanna waste it, so use it for another recipe. So we're done with the taco seasoning. Setting that to the side, you can put your 1 teaspoon to the side. We are done with that. And now I'm just going to grab my fork and stir this, mix it together. And the reason we can cook this in the air fryer is because everything is basically pre-cooked. We have pre-cooked rice. Our black beans really just need to get warmed up because they were in a can. And then the taco seasoning and salsa don't really have to be fully cooked. So that's why this is a great air fryer option. Cooks it really quick. You don't have to have an oven, but we do have to have an air fryer. So if we're gonna make this today and we're gonna work together, you wanna make sure you have your air fryer. If not, you could use a microwave, which I'll kind of talk about, but for this one, we're giving the air fryer a shot. All right, now we need to get this onto our burrito tortillas. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Grab your tinfoil and your large size tortilla. You're gonna put your tinfoil right in front of you. We actually do need tinfoil for this one in our air fryer. Usually like a tinfoil or parchment paper is gonna be optional, but today we wanna have tinfoil because we're gonna wrap our burrito in it. It's gonna keep it from the outside getting too dry and hard when it cooks in our air fryer. So put your piece of tinfoil in front of you. And then we need our 1 large burrito-sized tortilla. If you don't have burrito-sized tortillas, you can definitely use like a taco-sized or a regular tortilla size. It's just gonna be smaller and we would put less filling in, because if we tried to put all of this filling in a smaller size tortilla, it would be way too much filling. So as long as you have the burrito size, this is gonna be a great amount. And now we're just gonna put this right towards the middle. We are gonna roll this, so we don't want the filling to be all over. You'll see we're just gonna put it right towards the middle. Okay. And I'm just using my fork to scoop this out. Trying to get as much of the ingredients as possible. It smells really good because I can smell the taco seasoning and I can smell the salsa even before we've cooked it. You can put your bowl to the side. I'm just gonna keep my fork and just, the best you can, want it towards the middle, not really close to the edges because we're about to roll it and we need some room to work. So the best you can, doesn't have to be perfect. Trial and error. If you do this once and it doesn't work out and it spills out the sides, that's okay, it's still gonna taste good. But you do want to keep it kind of in this little rectangular shape on your tortilla. Now we're just going to top it with cheese and then we're going to roll it up. So now that it's on here, I'm going to grab my shredded cheese and I'm gonna use the same tablespoon, so 1/Tbsp that we used for our salsa, and we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of cheese on here. I'm just gonna scoop this up, and any cheese that you like, shredded cheese, any flavor, you could do it like a Mexican flavored cheese, you could do cheddar like I have here. And that was 2 tablespoons. So I scooped out 2. If you like more cheese and you wanna put a little bit more on there, go for it. You don't have to put any cheese if you don't like cheese at all. Those are the choices that you can make when you cook for yourself in the kitchen. You can now put this to the side. We are done with all of our measuring. You can put your cheese to the side. Now that I have it topped with cheese, we're gonna roll this. How do you roll a burrito? First thing is you wanna do is take the edge that's closest to you, and you're just gonna, to the best you can, try to get it all over the filling. And if a little bit kind of pops out, just push it back. You can see how I have it slightly over all of my filling. Doesn't have to be perfect either. This is learning how to do this. Now you're just gonna grab one side and tuck it in, and grab the other side. Ooh, see, some ingredients are trying to come out. That's all right. And then fold it in. So now I have this little, sides are tucked in, the first area is covered, and then all I'm gonna do now is just flip it one more time. Voila! I'm gonna pull this back to me because we're actually gonna do just the same thing with our tinfoil. So our burrito is rolled, it's in this nice little shell, and the same thing with the tinfoil to protect it. So I'm gonna take the tinfoil, kind of put your burrito towards the middle, fold it over, tuck in the sides. There's one side, two sides, and then flip it one more time, just like that. If you find that you have a different way to roll a burrito and it works for you, use whatever you want to get it rolled and sealed. That is the goal. So now we have this perfect little container holder to cook our burrito in our air fryer. Next step we want to do is plug in your air fryer. So if yours isn't already plugged in, I'm going to plug my air fryer in. And our burrito is going to cook at 370 degrees for 10 minutes. That's all it needs. We don't have to check it in between. We just pop it in there, let it cook for 10 minutes, and then we take it out and let it cool. So I'm gonna set my air fryer for 370 degrees. I'm going to get my timer ready, so I've got my 10-minute timer. Just gonna pop this in, set it right at the bottom of your air fryer. You can kind of see it's right in the middle here, in its little case, no problem. All right, I'm gonna start my timer. We're gonna start our air fryer and let it cook for 10 minutes, and then we'll take it out, let it cool, and see how it looks. All right, friends, this is exciting. The 10-minute timer just went off. So now all I'm gonna do is unplug my air fryer because it is done running, and grab my oven mitts, because when we pull this out, that tinfoil is going to be hot. So you wanna have something to protect your hands. So I'm gonna put on an oven mitt. And all I'm gonna do now is carefully open my air fryer, grab my burrito that is nice and warm and toasty, and just set it on a protected surface. So whether that's a plate, like I can put mine right on my cutting board. We need to let this cool for 2 minutes before we start trying to unwrap it. It's gonna be hot in there. That tinfoil is gonna be a little bit warm. So let it cool for 2 minutes, and then we'll unwrap it and take a look. All right, friends, the burrito has cooled for 2 minutes. All I'm gonna do now is carefully unroll it, just so we can take a look. It doesn't look different because a lot of it was already pre-cooked with the canned beans and the microwave-ready rice, but now it's warm and our cheese has melted and you can smell it, and it's just this great little quick meal or snack. You can eat it just like this, obviously. You could, put it in your tinfoil and unwrap a little bit and eat it like a little burrito on the go, or you can just grab a plate, set it on your plate. I'm just gonna cut it open. I just have my butter knife here. You can see, and I can feel that it's warm, and our cheese has melted. You can kind of see the cheese in there, and the rice is cooked because it was microwave ready rice, like we've talked about quite a bit. But here we have it. This is our air fryer burrito, with just a few ingredients and only 10 minutes in our air fryer. We can have this great small meal or snack for ourselves. You can try different things. Go ahead and experiment. Maybe you want to put some cooked protein in there, like some shredded chicken or ground beef that was already cooked. These are the choices that you can make when you cook for yourself in the kitchen. But I do hope you try this one or try and make it again. And when you do, let me know how it goes. Leave me a comment, like I always say. Let me know if you have any questions. I love getting to hear from you. You can even send me a picture of how your air fryer burrito turned out. I would love to get to see your creation. and maybe we can share it next week. Now, speaking of next week, on next week's episode, which is episode 44, we are learning how to make triple layer frozen yogurt. This frozen yogurt has just 5 ingredients. We will make 5 small cups of yogurt, and it's no baking. We just need to freeze it for a few hours. In order to cook along and make our triple layer frozen yogurt next week, these are the ingredients that you'll need to have in your kitchen. A 5-ounce container of strawberry Greek yogurt, 5-ounce container of vanilla Greek yogurt, 5-ounce container of blueberry Greek yogurt, about 10 raspberries, and about 10 blackberries. Well, friends, our time together today is almost over. I do hope you've enjoyed learning how to make this air fryer burrito. I know I had fun, and I already can't wait to cook together again next time. But before you say goodbye to this episode, make sure to click subscribe if you haven't already. You just have to click the little picture of me in the corner. That way you don't miss next week's episode. It'll be out on Friday, and I'll see you then. Bye, friends.